back to the channel. It's Risley Reads here, and today I'm going to be doing something I haven't done before. Well, specifically, I haven't done before. I've done similar-ish things, but not specifically this video. I'm going to go ahead and have a TBR jar, pick out my books for the month. So I have a bunch of prompts in my Let It Be mug that I have thought of / watched other people pick out of their own jars for TBR videos. I am unoriginal with everything that I do. So that being said, yes, most of those prompts have come from other videos like Rachel Catherine's or Larry Reed's or Sarah Caroli, that type shit. There's quite a bunch, so there is a range of options that I could definitely pick from. But I'm mostly going to be trying to go off of this TBR cart simply because all of these are my prioritized reads that I want to get to. You can't see the full cart, but it's got at least 2 more tiers under this one. And I have more, but I have them in the back room. If I need to go grab one from the back room, I will go grab them. But these are priority, so I'm going to focus on these. And then I'll let you know if I have to go grab one from the back room. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to pick up my Let It Be mug, and then we're going to pick up a prompt. I'm not going to be looking. I'm trying to pick a scene where you can clearly see my eyes. I am not looking. I'm going to randomly pick a prompt that hopefully isn't one of the ones I don't want to get, but because I did put some scary ones in here. But that being said, here's our first prompt. A book on my digital TBR. Okay, so that being said, we will not be picking a book from this. Okay, from this TBR cart. I have quite a lot of books on my TBR, on my digitized TBR. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and pull them up real quick, and then I'll pick one, and I'll come back to you. But it's gonna take me a while to sift through, so that is why I'm gonna put this to the side, and I will come back to that. Alright, I've come back. I've decided what book I'm going to read for this prompt. A book that's on my digital TBR. So I've decided that I'm probably going to read Damaged Like Us by Kristen Becker-Ritchie. Simply because I want to go back into the world of Addicted / Calloway Sisters. And I'm excited to dive through the lives of the kids. However, I'm a little bit skeptical simply because I heard that the series is not as good as the Addicted / Calloway Sister series, which I honestly anticipated. But I really want to see who the kids fall in love with, their love stories. I will just honestly be like, oof. So, yes, I'm going to read I'm going to read Damaged Like Us by Kristen Becker-Ritchie, and it's also the first in the series. So, super excited for that one. Can't wait to read it. Super scared. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to set this prompt to the side. Letting y'all know, at the end of this video, I will be throwing the prompts back in the in the jar. So if I get them again for future TBR prompts videos, I don't know what to tell you. Also, I'm only picking about 5 of these books simply because I also want to maintain time to read the rest of these books for my Throne of Glass video. And yeah, so I'm going to try to steer clear for these because I'm going to be reading them in that video. But yeah, anyways, picking a new prompt and not looking. You guys can see my eyes. I'm not looking. Picked one. Let's see what it is. A book from a series you need to finish. See, I was hoping I wasn't going to get this one because I already know which book I'm going to peel off of here. And that is this one, which is Us by Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy. I read the first book about a year ago now, I believe. And it was okay. It was cute. It wasn't my favorite read, but the second book needs to be read to get it off my TBR and put in the collection that's collecting dust that I will go back to eventually. But yeah, this one's gonna be for this prompt. We'll see if I actually read it though. I'm hoping to get to most of these books, but I know I'm gonna be having myself a handful with reading these. But at that point, I don't know. I guess we'll just see. I'm gonna put all of these books that I've chosen right there on top, so I know that they're from this video. Okay. They will also be written on my whiteboard that I'm soon going to have, so that way I can prioritize them. But yeah, picking the third prompt is this one. I can't see it. Oh, it's upside down. An author I've never read before that is on my physical TBR. Okay, so an author I have not read would consist of Marcus Suzak by The Book Thief. Ashley Ashley Poston, one of the two, The Dead Romantics. I have a lot of books on here that are first read authors, if I'm going to be honest with you, so I'm just going to name the books that are here. Circe, On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, The Grace Year, The Black Swan of Paris, The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I don't know. Because a lot of these, like, I don't know. Yeah, so there's a lot of authors I haven't read over here yet. Yeah, I don't know. This is the hardest one. An author I've never read before because there's so many books on this TBR cart that I want to read. And because they're prioritized simply because of my mood. If you guys know, I'm a mood reader, so all of these right now are contending to my mood. So I'm just like, ugh. Okay. I think I'm gonna end up going with The Favorites by Lane Fargo, simply because this is the one that I mostly. Hang on, let me get back on my chair. Mostly the one that I've been wanting to read when it comes to my book of the month picks. And it's a cute little romance, you know. Like, I'm not in the mood for anything like heavy fantasy right now, simply because in January I was reading all of these fantasy books plus more. It's not just the Throne of the Grass series. I genuinely was throwing myself into a lot of fantasy books, which would have been great last year because that was one of my goals for 2024 is get into more fantasy, but I barely did that, and I'm starting to do it this year, which is fantastic. Like, I'm moving at my own pace, but damn, like, it took me a year to do that. Yeah, anyway, this is an skating romance, and I'm super excited because I saw this on my book of the month and it just intrigued me. And you know, it sounds like super angsty. And yeah, like I don't know. I just really wanted to read this one when I saw it. Like it gives me I feel like I'm going to like it. Like, I'm hoping I like it. I feel like I'm going to like it though. So yeah, that's going to be our third book on the TBR jar prompt list. Okay. Next prompt. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna pick the books out like this so you guys can't yell at me that I'm looking. I grabbed one. Okay, now we'll see it. A classic. Okay, a classic. So I have. Ooh. Okay, yeah, this one's gonna be one because this one will be an easy read, and I feel like it'll take me only a little bit to get through. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. I started it, but I only made it to like page 10. Yeah, page 10. So I'm going to be rereading those 10 pages and then diving thoroughly more into this. Simply because I've never had a full knowledge of Alice in Wonderland besides the movie, and I've only seen that movie like once, so it's not like in depth in my brain. But this is like, I feel like my aesthetic that I'm gonna like, and I'm really gonna like this. See, I know like the basics simply because I liked the game Alice by American McGee, and what's the second one called? I don't know, but I loved those games. So I have vague knowledge, and the story in those is like a little bit darker, a little bit more twisted, but I do want to go back to its roots just to see the parallels. So yeah, that will be the next one. Anyways, that was our 4th prompt. Now I'm going to be picking one more and hoping it's something that won't break me. Okay. Let's see. A book from an auto-buy author I haven't read yet. So that's prompt. So that is our final prompt. Auto-buy author that I haven't read yet. Okay. So right here, it looks like I only have one book from an auto-buy author that I haven't read yet. Yeah, there's only one author on here in this TBR that is an auto-buy, but I haven't read yet. So we're going to pick that one up. And that book is Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I recently read Malibu Rising and was introduced to the character Carrie Soto. And must I admit, she's an okay character. Like, she wasn't in my head, 99% of the time. And, the things that she does are unlikable. But it's not enough to make me dislike her because she's very upfront. So, that being said, reading Carrie Soto is Back will kind of bring me closer to Carrie Soto. We'll see why she is the way she is and all that jazz. And plus, I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have read Daisy Jones and the Six. I've read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've read Malibu Rising. And I've loved majority of those books. Malibu Rising was kind of an eh. I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite out of the 3 that I've read. So, that being said, we're going to do Carrie Soto is Back. And yeah, I'm super excited to read this because I wanted to read it since it first came out. Literally first came out. I got this the week after it came out, a few years ago, which is crazy because it's been 3 years, maybe 4, and I haven't read it yet. Which I'm just so scared. I'm so scared. I'm scared I'm not going to like it. But you know what? We're going to push through. We're going to read it. And yeah, I'm just going to thoroughly enjoy it and have a good time. And yeah. So those are all of our TBR picks for February that I'll hopefully get to. I'm not making any sort of fucking promises because I know how I am. All of these prompts are going back into the jar. Maybe we'll use them for next month. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But that is the end of this video. If you guys liked it, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other prompts you think I could add to this TBR jar. Obviously, we didn't go through all of the ones that I have had in here, but we went through at least some of them. And I completely blanked when going through all of those prompts. So, that being said, if you have any, leave me some ideas down below. I'll possibly add them to the jar if they aren't in there yet. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time, and hopefully I will read everything that's on this top shelf that's on my TBR for this month.